My peoples, we back in the building. We back in the building, my peoples. Salute to everybody tuning in on Box Center with Jay Smith. Everybody tuning in on the behind the scenes Toy Mafia in the building, represented on Box Center 2.0. See what it is, my peoples. You always showing love, always repping. Check it. Devin says Shakur gonna tear apart Lopez. Not even a match. So I think it could be competitive, man. I think it could really be a competitive fight. And then Shakur, let's see what he does. Let's see what he does with it. By the way, I am going to make my official prediction on Box Center 2.0. I'm going to let you know who's going to win this fight. I got you. In the building on Lazy. Repping on Box Center 2.0. Y'all already know what it is, my people. We doing what we do early in the morning. We talking this sweet science, my people. It don't really get no better. But you tell me, why do you guys think that George Kambosos has become the main topic of conversation? I mean, it's Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. They're the ones who are going to fight. So if Teofimo and Kambosos are the ones that are going to fight each other, why are people bringing up Teofimo's loss to Kambosos, which happened how long ago? How long ago was it? How many years ago? How many wins Teofimo got since? How many titles he won since? Shackle hands. What they doing on 2.0? Yo, the behind the scenes is going down on Box Center 2.0, my people. You see what it is? So look, I respect anyone who is saying Kambosos beat Teo and they take that into consideration. Like I told y'all, man, yesterday somebody told me, Jay, man, Kambosos damn near killed Tito. I don't think he damn near killed him. I don't think so. Y'all out there acting like it was an attempted murder. It was a good fight. It was a good competitive fight. Kambosos won by split decision. It happens in boxing. People take a L here and there. Tito lost. But this fight should not be the main topic of conversation. How is it possible? On Lace, aquí, con lo duro de la mañana, tú sabes, metiendo mano. My people, we talking that talk. Shackle hands on Box Center 2.0. What you doing over there? We all over the place. Listen, my people, if you're the behind the scenes, you over there, and if you're on Box Center, you over here. But we doing the same thing. We talking this boxing talk. It don't matter where you want to go to, where you want to do it from. Now, we got to bring this up. Very important that we do bring it up because it's going down this week, my people. That's it. It is going down this week. Major fight. People mostly believe one fighter's going to win by brutal stoppage, but there are those who say, no, wait a minute. Don't sleep on this guy. This guy's going to do this and this guy's going to do that. My people's Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua, they fighting this week. That's it. Daniel LeBron, it's going to be a close fight because they're both that good. People disrespect Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. They disrespect both of them. Look how they're already trying to diminish what they think is going to be Shakur's win. They're already bringing up Kambosos. They're already making that the main talking point. Side, hit the like button. Hell yeah, my peoples. If you're on Box Center 2.0, hit the like button. If you're on Box Center with these, hit the like button. Ryan, Hey, boxing expert, salute family. We talking about boxing, Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul, they're gonna get down. That's it. We're gonna see some real good fights, but this main event right here, some people feel like they're gonna get what they want. They're finally gonna get Jake Paul versus a real boxer. That's what I'm trying to say. Look, the whole Jake Paul's a clown. Jake Paul ain't nobody. Jake Paul, he ain't fight nobody. He ain't beat nobody. Okay. I was yelling all that stuff too, but he's about to fight a two-time heavyweight champion of the world. Isn't it time to say, oh, okay, damn, it's a real fight now. This is it right here. This is it. I don't think anyone was actually expecting that Jake Paul would step in there with Anthony Joshua. I don't think anybody can say, yeah, I saw that coming. They did not. And I've been saying it, my people. The whole notion that you think AJ's going to take a dive, that the fight is not going to be, uh, you know, a real one, it's going to be scripted. Yo, it's not going to pay out nothing like that. You've never seen Anthony Joshua be down with the goofball league. Never seen anything to suggest that he's down with any type of circus show. Come on now. This is gonna be a real fight. Ryan. Dude, Jake Paul is being counted out by everyone. He knows what he's getting into. He must have a great plan of some kind. Salute Ryan. Check it. I'm gonna say this. Jake Paul's delusion. That's a delusion. You know why I say that? Because he believes he could beat Anthony Joshua. He really believes it. That belief that he has, I think is going to go away real fast. Probably in the first or second round. He's going to no longer believe it. So if he fights on survival mode, this fight can go a few rounds. If he's actually going to try to win, he could go to sleep early and brutally. Early and brutal. Right. AJ takes a dive. It'll screw up the Tyson Fury fight. He won't do that. And it's not that. It's not just the Tyson Fury fight, but if you think about it, look what AJ did to Francis Ngannou. AJ's a guy with pride, with an ego. And he was like, damn, Francis Ngannou really think he's going to come from MMA and beat me? Huh? Okay, I'm going to show him. I'm going to show him what's good with this boxing shit right here. So now you got Jake Paul feeling like he could beat AJ, which, by the way, that's actually disrespectful. It is disrespectful for Jake Paul to think that he can climb the ring with an Olympic gold medalist or a two-time heavyweight champion of the world and walk out of it with a W. AJ's very disrespected right now. That's what I would say. Daniel McGraw, I want to see how Jake Paul does with someone bigger than him, even though it doesn't mean he's not going to back down. Look, the thing about Jake Paul is that he's been very conscious of fighting guys who are smaller than him. If you look at his resume, if you look at all the guys who've been in the ring with him, physically, they're all smaller than him. He's always having the size advantage. This is the first time that he's going to be involved in a fight with somebody who's a lot bigger and a lot stronger than himself. Let's see it. Let's see it. Because the way it's shaping up, it's looking like Anthony Joshua's going to make him a victim that night. The Hydro Grind. In the face-to-face interview, Jake basically revealed his game plan. He's going to box and move to try not to get hit by a power punch. If he sees an opening, he'll try to connect a power shot himself. I mean, that's pretty much what I said before. I said Jake Paul's going into this fight feeling like he's the faster fighter. He's the guy that's going to be using the footwork, making AJ chase him. You got somebody who's so much better than you that it doesn't matter what you think you're going to do. You get beat up. Beat up. Ryan, I agree. If he's really trying to beat AJ, Jake Paul will go out in 1 or 2 rounds. If he's really going out there to win, he's getting brutalized. If he goes there to survive, he could go a few rounds, maybe even the distance. You never know. The Hydro Grind. He even said the crowd was going to boo. So expect a Tom and Jerry fight. Whoa. Tom and Jerry material. Brett Lange. It is disrespectful. That's why AJ said he's going to hurt Paul. Listen, man, I watched the reporter ask him, do you think it's crazy that Jake Paul want to fight you? Is that crazy? And he was like, nah, it's not crazy. He think that he could beat me. And he want to fight. So he want to fight. That's it. You could see that he was like, okay, you think he could beat me? We're going to find out. I'm going to show him. The same mindset that he had going into that fight with Ngannou, he's going like that. But this is even worse because at least Ngannou's a championship fighter in another sport. I'm telling you, AJ's going in there with some bad intentions. Brett Lange, Paul an amateur, and he's going to be punched up all night. Taken from an old amateur myself. That's hard to do. He's not going to have a good time out there. This is going to be one of those fights that is going to humble him down. Because he's going to realize that he's not as good as he is, as he think he is. And I know that Jake Paul sometimes he be trolling. When he says that he's the greatest boxer alive and all that, he know he's trolling. He know that his level of talent is not up there with those guys. But you gotta give it to him as a businessman. Jake Paul's been one of the best in the game. Come on now. You work your way up, passing with YouTubers to stepping in the ring with that two-time heavyweight champion of the world for millions of dollars on Netflix. Heck of a businessman. You gotta give it to Jake Paul. Gotta give it to him. But one person who's really gonna give it to Jake Paul is Anthony Joshua. I see the right hand. Here's the deal. Let me explain to you guys something. Why Anthony Joshua is gonna beat him up. I'm gonna show you. I won't explain it, but I'm gonna show you. You guys see the face-off probably, and you see the difference in height and reach. Anthony Joshua has a considerable reach advantage over Jake Paul. What's this? So, you're going to get an Anthony Joshua who will be able to keep that stick out there with Jake Paul. Bah, 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 long range. Bah, bah. So while Jake Paul thinks that he's going to be using his footwork, guess what? You're going to have to close that range, close that gap to put together your own attack. You're going to have to. You're not going to be able to punch him from that distance. And you have an agent who knows how to utilize that jab and set up that monster right hand to set you up, and while you closing in that gap, he's gonna drop that bomb on you. Boom! Over. Right hand to the dome piece. And I don't know if it's gonna be a combination of punches that's gonna hurt Jake Paul. The left to the dome piece, the right to the mouthpiece, the left to the chin, the right to the body, the left to the body, the left to the melon, and finally the right to the nose piece. It could be that type of night. It could be that type of night, my people. So look, Jake Paul is gonna be. Let me show you. Let me show you. Jake Paul is gonna be trying to use that footwork. Trying to, oh, I'm gonna fight you at a distance, right? And wait for an opportunity. But guess what? That opportunity is not gonna come. You got an AJ that can box better than you. You got an AJ who's better than you at everything. So while you know what you're gonna see Jake Paul doing in this fight? These joints. Trying to catch him to the body and shit with the little jab. But that's, again, you're gonna, to land anything effective on AJ, you're gonna have to close the gap. So while you're running around and moving around the ring, AJ's gonna be jamming you up and putting hands on you and cutting the ring on you. And eventually, when you try to stop and fight and throw punches, you're gonna get beat up. You're gonna get beat up, my peoples. That's the way this thing plays out, because we know who's the more skilled fighter. We know who has the pedigree. Come on, my people. We know. So you cannot expect no Jake Paul to step in there with somebody who's as accomplished as Anthony Joshua and really have success. Unless he lands some bomb, some crazy bomb, not happening. Simply not happening. Robert Tompkins. Good morning, Jay Smith, bro. I hope this don't be some fake shit like the other fights. Now, this is a real fight, my brother. I promise you. This is a real fight. And you know how you could tell this a real fight? Just take this into consideration. Look at Anthony Joshua. And that's a fighter who we followed for a long time. We've seen him going down on his shield. We've seen him, win, lose. We've seen him through it all. Nothing about Anthony Joshua says that he's down with no circus show kind of stuff. Nothing about it. So, people love to believe conspiracies. People love to make stuff up out of thin air. If that's your thing, have at it. But Anthony Joshua hasn't done anything ever to make me believe that he's going to be involved in a fake fight. People, listen, people watch too many movies and they watch too much social media. So they start connecting all these dots that don't even exist and making up all these conspiracies. It's going to be a real fight. Not only is it going to be a real fight, AJ's going in there with some bad intentions, my people. That's what I need you to see. AJ's going in there like trying to really hurt him. Really, really put the beach on him. Ryan, C420. You know this man know his boxing. Quit the trolling and calling people clown. You a clown. You know what it is, man. They need attention. They need attention. Come on now. But again, my people, we're gonna get a fight that people think is rigged up until the fight happens. When the fight happens and they see the brutality, they're gonna know. They're gonna know. Cameron Terrell, salute family, bam. You already know what it is, my brother. We talking boxing. I know that people think Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul could be fake, might be fake. I'm telling you, we watching a real fight. watching a real fight. And not only a real fight, it's going to be entertaining to watch. That's it. Entertaining to watch. Why? Because it's not going to be like people expect. Because if you expect a fake fight, you're not thinking you're really going to see any action, right? Think about it. You're not going to see any action. It's going to be boring. Jake Paul is going to be running around. But I'm telling you, this is going to turn into a fight. AJ's going to press the action, and he really want to get him out of it. He really want to teach him a lesson. Like, oh, you think you could beat me, huh? Okay, we're going to have to sort this out and find out if you really can. That's the attitude. That's the demeanor that I see in AJ. Like, okay, that's the way we're going to do it. The same thing with Ngannou, I'm going to have to show you. Hold on, man. 24, 24, 24. Y'all know how we do with the 24, 24, 24. 24-hour break, the first one of this episode of Boxing for Breakfast. The first dummy to get a 24-hour break. See you tomorrow, dummy. Side. Come on, Sai. You know we had to do it like that because when you already identify yourself as a dummy. Ryan, it's true. Mike Tyson don't hit him sometimes. Don't hit him sometimes when he had an opening. That didn't make it fake. The Tommy Fury fight was real. He KO'd everyone else. The thing is about that Mike Tyson fight, Mike Tyson was not the fighter that people wanted him to be. Mike Tyson wasn't the fighter that people thought he was. And I'll put it to you this simple. If you take a 25-year-old fighter today and you train him for 3 years, you're going to beat the shit out of Mike Tyson. Because he's 60. Jake Paul in his mid-20s beat an almost 60-year-old Mike Tyson. If you put 10 guys like that in front of Mike, all 10 of them is going to beat him. Mike Tyson cannot beat a guy in his 20s. But people got fooled by watching them little 30-second videos they was posting with Mike. Oh, you thought he was going to be the old Mike Tyson. Nah. I predicted it. I said Jake Paul was going to beat him up. I literally said that. But y'all didn't listen to me. Right. And they should have expected Mike to be there at 60. They shouldn't have expected, come on. Like I said, those 30-second videos that they were posting of Mike Tyson throwing punches, that made them think that Mike Tyson was going to knock everybody out. Dodie Hoser, when you get knocked out, no, but you will go to the black party for being dumb and asking a dumb question. Cameron Terrell. Jay, Mike Tyson was pulling punches. No, he was not pulling punches, bro. The fight was rigged. He was not pulling punches. 100% he was not pulling punches, Cameron Terrell. Let me tell you why. He was not pulling punches. And why it may appear that he was pulling punches. Bear with me here. Now, I want you to watch Michael Jai White. Michael Jai White. Cameron Terrell, do you know Michael Jai White? I would expect you to. He's a movie star. Everybody knows that he's a legit martial artist and all that. And he watched the fight, obviously. I'm not sure if he watched it in person. But he was talking about it, and he said something only boxers would really understand. So Cameron Terrell, please look up this interview. Don't just take my word for it. Michael Jai White said that it appeared that way to people who never boxed. But those who boxed, especially if they boxed at an older age, they're going to understand it. Now, I'll remind you, I made my professional debut at 44 years old, right? So at 44, I can identify with fighting past your physical prime and with your body when your health is on the decline. So watch this. Your reflexes, once you get to your 40s, your reflexes are not the same no more. So here's something that happened to me in round number 4. This happened to me. My opponent threw a wild uppercut from far, like this, right? Normally, and when I was 17, 18, easy. I would have stepped back from that wide ass looping uppercut and just went like that. Boom! And caught him with a sharp right. So you see, right now standing here is easy for me to simulate and do it. But in the fight, I didn't have the same reflexes. So when I backed away from the uppercut, my body didn't remain in this position to where I could just bam, let off that right hand. Instead, when I backed away, I landed like this, and now I'm not in punching position, so my punch was kind of like this, like an awkward ass punch, and I caught him with it. But it wasn't what it should have been because my reflexes wasn't there. So when you think Mike Tyson was putting back, he wasn't putting back. If you pause the footage, when he supposedly pulled back, you're gonna notice that Jake Paul had already moved out of punching range. And instead of Mike Tyson throwing the hard punch and missing, which was gonna drain half of his 60-year-old strength, he held on to it. And he did that a lot because he no longer has the reflexes to keep up with a 26-year-old fighter. Even if you want to believe that Jake Paul is fake and all that stuff, Jake Paul, my peoples, has been training with real professional boxers, with real professional coaches, in some of the best gyms, with some of the best equipment. My people, Jake Paul is a boxer. He'll never be an elite level boxer. He'll never be a championship caliber fighter. But he's a legit boxer, my people. He is. So if you take a boxer who's been training 5, 6 years with the type of resources that he has, and you put him against a 60-year-old Mike Tyson, 10 out of 10 are going to whoop Mike Tyson. 10 out of 10 are going to whoop his ass. Come on. Keith, Mike Tyson can beat his butt for real. Nah, he can't. No, he cannot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. Look, just think about this, Keith. In the history of boxing, you have never seen somebody close to 60 beat a 20-something-year-old fighter. You've never seen it, and you never will see it. Let that sizzle in your spirit. Mike Tyson was not going to be the first. This dude was literally taken out of a plane in a stretcher like a month before the fight. Mike Tyson got health issues. This guy got back problems. This guy can't even walk for a long time. Mike Tyson can't even run. You could do a little jogging shit. Mike Tyson's body's twisted. Yeah, look, you don't even realize that it was actually delusional to think that a 60-year-old man is going to beat a 27-year-old fighter. It was delusional. And I tell you what, part of it is that people felt sure Mike Tyson was going to knock him out. So when it didn't happen, you need an explanation. What's your explanation? It's fake. It's fake. That's just simply you not being able to accept it. Not being able to accept reality. It's easier for you. Look how it is. It's easier for you to make up a conspiracy out of thin air, something that doesn't exist, than just accept reality, accept what you watch with your own eyes. Some people will not accept reality. But come on now, to even think that a 60-year-old Mike Tyson was actually going to beat Jake Paul, that was crazy. Go back. All you have have to do is go back and watch what I told you guys before the fight. I told you guys Jake Paul was gonna beat Mike Tyson up. I literally told you this. I'm like, come on, my people. Mike Tyson about 60. You're gonna let those little 30-second videos fool you of Mike Tyson? 30 seconds. And you don't even know when they hit pause on that camera, Mike Tyson damn near dying. He can't even breathe. He gotta get his shit back together. But those little videos, how y'all thinking? Mike Tyson was gonna be the old Mike Tyson and knock Jake Paul out. No, my people. That's not how Father Time works. If you've never seen a 60-year-old boxer have success, Mike Tyson wasn't gonna be the first one. You're not gonna have no success at no 58 years old. It doesn't matter what you did in the past. Y'all got the old Mike Tyson stuck in your head, my people. That is stuck in your head. So look what you, so I'm gonna just say this. Head Hotkin. I'm gonna say this. Head Shotkin. I'm gonna say this. You know that somebody has a weak opinion when they want to speak for other people. And that's what you're doing. You like, everybody saying this, yeah, everybody saying that. Well, I'm not saying it. I'm right here and I'm not saying that. There's a lot of people that agree with me too. So when you say everybody's saying this, that just means that you don't believe in your own opinion. You need other people to give you the strength. Because if you believe in it, you would just say, me. This is what I think. This is what I see. But you got a weak ass opinion. So you got to bring in everybody that's not with you to agree to your opinion. Weak, bro. That's weak. Scott Fernie. Tyson then tried to KO Paul. He got paid. I mean, how the hell are you going to try to KO Paul? He's too old. He can't KO Paul. What are you talking about? He can't KO him out. He can't knock him out. That's the thing. Eric Bones. Mike Tyson got 20 million plus. Salute to Mike Tyson. Eric Bones. Yesterday's episode of Goofiest Off the Oofiest went down, and people was asking about you because you always say send the link. I always tell you on Monday the show's going to be on, and you never show up. The goofballery. My peoples, I'm going to take a quick 30-second break, bring my son his breakfast, and I'll be right back with you. You already know what it is, man. This is another episode of Boxing for Breakfast where you get your healthy dosage of sweet science early in the morning. We talking boxing, man. Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua, who you got? Who's going to win the fight? I'll be back with y'all shortly, my peoples. Yeah, salute to everybody tuning in, by the way, of Box Center 2.0 and Box Center with Jay Smith. I'll be back with y'all. Be back, my people. My peoples, we back in the building. Welcome to another episode of Boxing for Breakfast, where you get your healthy dosage of sweet science early in the morning. What's up, Kasuka? I'm a famous boxer in Japan. Salute, Mr. Kale. I'm not a fan of Inoue, but I don't know who replaces him on the pound for pound list. Crawford is number one. Usyk number two. Inoue number three. All right there. I think the overwhelming majority of pound for pound lists look like that. There you have it right there. I think Naoya Inoue is fake. He has no technique and is overrated. No pound for pound number one, Ryan. Number one, Ryan. You need a 24-hour break. Said number one, Ryan. Take a 24-hour break. It sounds like you don't know shit about boxing. I don't know how you a boxer. You talk like you don't know shit about boxing. But I digress. My peoples, I already told you how this fight is gonna play out. I saw somebody bet $100,000 on Jake Paul. Somebody put 100,000 on Jake Paul. My peoples, I've been going at it with y'all for an hour, almost an hour, over an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. 30 likes. Y'all didn't even get me to 40 likes, man. Golly. Damn, my people, stop ducking that like button, man. Stop the post watching. Double tap that screen, man. Hit that like button. Diabolical. Come on now. I see somebody bet $100,000 on Jake Paul, and if it's a winning bet, I think he win like $1.5 million or something like that. Like, golly, Mr. K.O. get him the fuck out of here, man. We don't got time for these goofballs. Dog bone. No way Jake beats AJ. The odds are against it, man. We know the saying, anything can happen in boxing, and it's true. But when you talk about a fighter in Jake Paul with the experience that he has versus AJ, a world championship caliber fighter, what can Jake Paul really do other than get beat up? Beat up. That's the only reasonable outcome. Jake Paul getting beat up, my people. I'm just being realistic with you. Mr. KO, nightmare is Jake winning UD because AJ gasses in the form. Oh my God. I need you to know something. This fight is going to be such an advantage for AJ. Because remember, it's only an 8-rounder. When you have a guy who's been fighting 12 rounders for how many years at this point, and yes, he knocks out a lot of people. But still, AJ is a guy who's been preparing for 12 rounders for years. 8 rounds, that means that he's gonna be able to have a high punch output for Jake Paul. Remember that. That's gonna be a factor. It's only an 8-rounder. Jake Paul's gonna be filling those 10-ounce gloves. Eric, I agree. I can't see AJ taking a dive for money. And Paul can't beat AJ legit. No way AJ's losing this fight. See, what I've been trying to explain to people is that AJ's a guy who got a lot of money. This dude been making a lot of money. A lot of money. You don't want to take a dive for money. Mike, time out for saying Ryan number one. And I absolutely agree. Shakur shows Teal that Teal not in Shakur's stratosphere. Bro, saying that Ryan Garcia is number one, pound for pound in the world, that's a 24-hour time. Like, he lucky he didn't get blocked. That shit is block worthy. So he lucky that was just a 24. That's what he got. Lucky. You lucky. watch the best boxing show to ever be made. This isn't the best boxing show, you know, in New York, or the best boxing show in the U.S., or the best boxing show in Europe. It's not even the best boxing shot, the best boxing show in the world. This is the best boxing show in the galaxy. Not even just the Milky Way. Aliens can fuck with it. Dog bone. I'm moving on. Peace, brother. Mr. KO. If Jay makes AJ gas, it's over. And I feel like that could happen. Nah, bro, that cannot happen. I wouldn't take Jake lightly or anyone else in the square circle. AJ is levels above Jake. So there's no reason for him to lose. You have to take, you said something that's on point. You have to take your opponent serious. You can't take nobody lightly. AJ's gonna take him serious. But in an 8-rounder, you're not gonna gas a championship caliber fighter. You're not. You're not gonna have Anthony Joshua on a treadmill for 8 rounds. Marie, bro, if I watch it all the way from the Netherlands, that means something, brother. I appreciate you, my guy. And listen, I'm surprised with the people who've been tuning in from the Netherlands. When I check the stats, the different countries that are watching, I'm like, damn, how are these people in the Netherlands tuning in? But y'all show love, man, so I appreciate you, fam. And everybody, listen, everybody, you guys know at the end of the show, I always like to give a shout out to everybody who tunes in, because you guys make this show what it is. If it wasn't for you guys, Boxing for Breakfast would not be the show that we see every morning. You guys are always in tune with what's going on in the world of boxing. You know who's gonna fight, who's ducking who's trying to fight who. You guys know all these details. You following up on boxing consistently. That's why you see when a goofball comment with a goofball comment, I get him out of here. Okay, I'll go put it right now. We trying to have some good conversation, some real boxing talk. You know we not about the conspiracies. We not about the goofballery, the making shit up out of thin air and trying to run with it just to hate on the fighter. We not down with none of that. So salute to everybody who tune in for this real boxing shit. Y'all know how we doing it. Listen, my peoples, I'm about to finish this show, about to get the hell out of here. But before I do, I want to give a shout out to Devin, Marie, Mr. KO, Scott Fernie. Who else was in the building? Eric, Wilson Claire, Dog Bone, and everybody else, Mr. KO, everybody else who tuned in, my peoples. I appreciate you guys, all the love, you know, without you guys, this show would not be what it is. That's just real facts. Tonight, I will be live, my peoples. We gotta talk about some things tonight. 7 p.m. Eastern time, tune in to Box Center with Jay Smith, and we're gonna talk about some things that need to be addressed. My peoples, once again, man, salute to everybody, Toy Mafia, Mr. KO, Sai, Shaku Hands, on Lace Kicks, and everybody else who tuned in on Box Center 2.0, everybody who tuned in on Box Center with Jay Smith, my peoples. Y'all already know what it is, man. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Boxing for Breakfast. I'm Jay Smith. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace. Peace.